Okay, we should be back. Sorry about that. Halo 20. Why unholy?
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting.
Of course.
Now let's try out some of the merchants.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got
Good.
3 hero fruit.
I'm still getting stronger.
All right. All right. All right.
You keep mage because I need mage at 10 for that class.
Fancy a bit of it?
Don't push yourself. Now then.
What?
It's a simple but clean.
Good night. Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a
It's a
promise.
promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Go ahead. This book is being passed around by everybody.
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is
This
decided.
book gets around.
In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then.
It's
It
not.
takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello.
Lady Juna! Faraway sky, blue and clear.
Yay!
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of...
Which queen are you talking about?
Tournament for the throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials.
I'll let you know the minute you finish talking.
Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo.
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon. All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Oh, shit.
So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky,
It looks awesome. Hell yeah.
No God can save you! What our country needs is power!
We literally just
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the
like the first part of this.
The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
An Eldon graceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Yeah, we'll hate it. Yeah, so basically we just finished like the first part of this entire thing.
The ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! How'd you behave?
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
What the heck is that?
So much for a first impression.
What now? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
Oh God.
You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, Keith. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on!
I'll land wanna.
So fast!
Can we have these instead of calls?
Get blown up!
It's incredible.
Tinkerbell. Well, she ain't got no fairy dust to help us fly. 5021. Nice. So yeah, we've entered the actual game itself. We're now in the popularity contest. Person who come at the end.
Just a sec.
Think our carriage?
Can you hear me?
So I just want her along the road then? The others seem to be doing so as much. It's gonna be as crazy as Warner. I'll take the compliments, little lady. Now let's have some corners for a little fun. Did you play the tour? Yeah. I'm gonna go to a place called Old Castle Town. I think should be way south. Okay, so the information you're looking for,
Sorry.
the demo that they gave you. So that the demo that cannot hit the save button, is the beginning of the actual game. So you go to this border fort and this mine, and then back inside. And then you start the actual first big dungeon. And then when you get close to it, or when you run out of days, that's when the demo ends.
Hold on.
Let's see here.
This place.
What?
Oh.
Spectacular.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
I think about maybe 16 hours in, maybe.
Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal
Is he
family.
scratching his leg?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Wow. I've never seen a person. It's a Sid. That's definitely a Sid.
Neurus, are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her, collecting dust...
I love this man already.
No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... 'tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes.
For both our sakes.
Your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to
I just love her facial expression.
Duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're
I think we
sure,
can count on him.
I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent.
Sneaky,
What do you think of
sneaky.
this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Okay, sorry about that. There's a lot of
Right.
what's the talking?
Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric. But he doesn't seem like a bad person.
He does not.
We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Alright, for y'all those wondering about the game, has various areas for different activities, the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. So visit me by finding more and interact with him. Visit each room first, take your time, and have a swim over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see what the room like. So, for those kind of new in the whole metaphor, one thing metaphor does that not other Persona games do.
What now?
So, instead of personas, they're called archetypes. You can equip different archetypes to anybody, so long as that you have mag points to unlock them. You can switch up anybody's archetype, or you can have person. You can have the entire team have the same archetype. That is. In the realm of possibilities. Oh. Fantastic. Well, almost for buying PS5 for 5 star playing it, you're totally right. Oh, that's good. I need to get the PC version myself. Pick up the DLC.
Incredible!
Hey!
We're just going to stride up and strip nude? What do you think you are? Unacceptable. Really? It's a bathing room. Didn't you? No wondering why yet. Working on it. Unacceptable. We have no kitchen staff, I'm guessing. Sleep. Back deck. Got an injured room. Oh, there's more. Playing tool.
Now, where was I?
If you want your little Ego Persona experience, this is more. He's our Igor.
It's conceivable. Adieu. It's Adieu.
Okay, so I didn't learn anything new.
Do make yourself at home. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, right now he's back to warrior. And I have back to mage. I have a Trish to mage. But at any point in time, you get into a battle and you realize, oh, this dude's weak to this, and you're having a hard time in the fight, and we set and we save and reload. You can switch anybody's archetype to whatever you feel like most helpful, and then they can learn skills from other archetypes. So it's called skill inheritance. Washing machine. Is that a beating heart?
Hello?
It's killed me. Looks like pipes in here too. Oh, wanting fall. There's one in every room. I believe I hurt you. Speaking of the old goods, inner working, Scotland wanted us to use magma crystals to as fuel the one you see. You take your life in your hands when you travel the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, when I was born, one of his legs are based on colossal beasts, made zero or momentum loss, even on the toughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft for a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. I'm sorry, girl. What I best tell to a Captain Island. There's no plans for the next few days and nights. Alright then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, so plenty of your girl that's working in progress. But by the time I'm done, just have new tricks and you just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't one in the dark, good needs as much rest as we do. so this thing can't win at night. You can continue towards your destination while spending time on the continent one night. Otherwise, it's factored to attain items, space abilities, or other things you might be doing in town. Try using the kitchen, read books at the bookshelf, or using washing machine. Work tables will become available over time. Also, spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help you improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. I guess a larger than Nina.
This?
Oh, what's increasing mass XP?
Come on. Got it.
That increases max. Oh, and Royal virtues are basically your persona stats. So you have wisdom, courage, wisdom, intolerance, eloquence, and imagination. And you can spend time upping those.
I'm sorry.
He gets. You can kind of see the kind of terrain you're wandering out on. Whee! Is it back inside?
Speaking of,
We can to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your parties various positive effects. To cook, you need ingredients, buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary experience. Now let's cook. We need more for saving water.
So?
I already cooked the one food. Let's spend the time upping my MP.
This? Understood.
Now then.
What's muscle laundry, you may ask? Because my parents barely beat to me. Ain't no who can't wash his own clothes ain't worth the fabric he wears. Or something to that effect. I had to learn all about different materials. In hindsight, I think they're trying to teach me not to take advantage of my title, wisdom that served me to this day. The more time passes, the more I understand how great my parents were. Nice.
Huh?
Like, why not just hold on to it? Hey, 5,000! What was that? I forgot what they call it. Ribbons? They're drying everything when we finish the laundry.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
At night, the vast world is... Oops. Outside town is scorned in darkness, for forcing your way through the unrocked terrain is very dangerous, even with the cut water. Instead, your establish camps somewhere safe. You can resume your travel the next morning. By an encampment, you may use any facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also recommend spend your journey with your allies. Give it a try.
Hey. Now then.
This is small town. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in Royal Capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the Northern Fortress, awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking of...
But which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
What's that about?
Power isn't everything.
Oh, I see.
I see. As kings had to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone might help. Wouldn't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we got allies who share these responsibilities as well. Continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll just surpass the great hero kings of old. Though, others does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
All right.
You're growing.
Time marches on.
I like Stroller's the best, buddy.
Draws nearer.
Good morning.
To you, my dearest passengers, I trust the sleeping quarters more than exceed your expectation are.
True.
They're better than I feel considering how tiny they are. But I got questions for you of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this one? My boy, remember who maintains this wicked girl. Now a grain of sand could fit between her seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving these air dreams behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Well, it's really all neat, aren't they? A carriage will never be able to get through the desert this fast. Just keep an eye on the road, okay? He's courage. Food. What's back here? Oh, we're in the butt.
What's this?
What being growing shrooms does it pop out of nowhere? Okay, we need some more pristine water.
Well met. All right. If so,
we were both benefit from continuing practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies on my own. The enemy came at me from such an anger, how I tell it, and so on and forth.
I'd say
Once been my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. At the time I was but a novice, but a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume my
that's
role.
why.
Just for the reason I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, so I can vouch nevertheless the thing killed.
Right.
Tactics is impressive. It just would be more accurate to say that I'm trying to attain perfection rather than implying I have already cheated. That's just as pleasant to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with you. By success in this endeavor, create a country where all can truly live equally. To serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I speak not just of tactics, but all of my experience on this journey, my victories, and of course my failures too. In doing so, I would see the royal gods elevate to a new heights, I hope.
Well,
Yes.
Given the success of our flight, I must say you wear the role well. It's hard to believe it's your first foray into this responsibility. Perhaps you are not your talent for it. Although to call it talent is service. Whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Praise for night is quite an honor. It's you and Galka that set the cogs of this journey in motion. Thanks some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing revealed swords with you, I feel I am one step closer to realizing my dream.
all right.
I get courage and imagination up.
All right.
But I also didn't do so well in her social links, so I wanted to see if I could get some points.
I say, we could.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Creepy ass tree.
That's...
That's just the leaves, so the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to remind a picture book I was as a child. Told of a great tree located somewhere in the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. That's likely what a tree foretells the future. How does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if they explains it, but I'm sensing a crap amount of magma in the air. It's correct, it would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off all the magma. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery.
Hey,
How do you get so good at drawing? Come on, boy. Documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I finished. Take it as a keepsake. I'm sure can I have this? Yes, of course. I already committed to all safety of my mind. I have no need for sketches. Stuff. Oh, so I played the Alan Wake DLC, the Lake House. Whew. It's a short journey, but it's a good one. And if the setup of Control 2, if it does set up Control 2 is going to, whew. New Yorkers fucked.
Huh?
Oh, you asking, knock it off.
However,
When I turn back to the tree, I heard that its tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends.
All right.
I'm almost at 3.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Yep.
Ew. I guess my imagination will go up to 2. This is where we walk into. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is the armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? Cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
The final says you know what that word is. The design intriguing, but I was not speaking about it like per se. Why painting armor encloses the raging force within us, allowing us to direct our power as one directed a horse by its reins. Said the people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fearless anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Isn't that then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why is it so exhausting why it cannot be maintained for so long. A ravenous appetite I have. Afterwards is proof. We do well to practice dignities in maintaining our food reserves.
All right.
Being quite late, we always ways to go yet, so I would give myself continue chatting with you. It's interesting. I wonder what a perfect one in this, because you know Atlas has, you got the first one and then you got like the,
and the age of a new
kind of like the perfect one. I wonder if this game has like a ending of it.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
A cannonade? Your Sustin called it a cannonade?
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Oh yeah, the interesting thing about this competition.
stuck out in the wilds with no
You can't kill the other occupants.
Well, they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we have the fastest craft around?
He's not wrong.
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cortland, that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral? Was that not enough?
We saved the cathedral. Oh, that fight blew up.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Look, he knows magic won't show that him to kill us here now.
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Know your place. Peasants!
Come! Freeze!
Behold
I'll get
my
some dishes.
power!
Let's go.
Roar! Insolent heathens!
Oh shit.
Take this! What could you hope to achieve?
Here they come.
He knows we can't attack.
Are you prepared?
He's toying with us.
You disgrace the Sanctist way.
To safer ground! Into the fray! I'm stepping back. Let justice prevail! Not this one. Charging in!
Prostrate yourself
Looks like you can't brute force through this one.
I won't hold back!
I hate to do this. Bling bling!
What could you hope to achieve?
Oh, please! No holding back! Hack and slash!
I shall show you. Mage! Are you all right?
Thanks.
Helpful as ever.
It's okay.
Merchant!
This is costing me money.
Let's do this. I would lose nothing by for the sake of my dear brethren. I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel...
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers!
Oh!
Sanctism will reign!
First down! Get her back up!
Take this!
Alright, this might be the wrong H type for this entire fight.
Vulcanberg's down. Someone help her get back in the fight!
Here!
My spirit is unbroken! Here!
That helped.
My thanks.
Witness the power of Sanctism! Sanctism will reign!
Captain's hurt bad! Let's get him some healing! Captain's down! Someone! Help him back up!
Oh, please!
Damn it!
Hey! Hey! Wake up! We're still in a fight here!
Let me rethink this.
Warrior! Witness me, brethren!
There!
Sanctism
fight.
is supreme! Sanctism will reign!
Everyone okay?
Still
Try to
fight.
heal up! Captain's hurt bad!
Give up
Take
now.
Let's get him
this!
some healing! Captain's down! Someone!
Sanctism
help him back
will reign!
up! Prone! Not yet! Someone get him back on his feet!
So this is...
Okay, this is... Yep, I knew that was gonna happen the minute.
Will you yield?
Okay. So that went terribly wrong. I think we'll switch him to.
That.
Oh, she has that thing that gives her. Yeah, I'm not really gonna be worried about it. That will work better.
Well met.
I want to fast forward to her.
Start. All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bless me.
What's our plan? If we just hang back...
Let's do.
Is it fame you...
Don't forget about
I call upon royal power within! Hack and slash! You disgrace the sanctist way.
Me, let's go. Hold on.
Observe the... With blade in hand! Comrades, lend me your strength. Perhaps not this. I see you!
I will usher you to his side.
Oh, hello. We found a weakness.
Vanquish evil. I'll cut you down! Take this! What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
We can do this.
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
By the sworn oath of night, let us fight as one.
We'll team up!
And thus I end it! My strike?
Hold yourself together.
Oh, come on. Really?
Is that all?
What could you hope to achieve? Come at me!
Set myself perfectly for that attack.
It's too early to go to his side.
Maybe not.
This can't be.
I stand ready.
It's too early to go to his side. To him, I return. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, now! Feel the righteous truth of...
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Child's play. Dodge, Hulkenberg.
Don't underestimate me.
In motion.
Let's go. No.
I can't hit him because
By the swan.
For all that we strive for!
Coordination is key!
Roar with royal might!
Let's go!
Sanctism will reign! Delay the inevitable! Warrior!
Hack and slash! The power, Vitus power! We're not out of this yet!
Twas needed.
I owe you.
Know your
Looks like
place.
you can't brute force through this one.
Peasants!
Knight! This won't do.
Huh! Take this! Resistance is futile!
Sanctism will reign!
Please!
Sanctism will reign!
What can I do?
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? Stroll can't take more. Someone heal him.
We can
oh my god, scoop here.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
Is everyone up? Knight! I will not let you die.
Thanks.
I owe you.
Sanctism will reign!
Dodge. You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Behold
Heal it!
my power!
Ice!
Hit their wishes.
Know your
With that
place,
blade, Captain.
peasants!
Fight there!
Behold
No holding
my
back!
power!
I'll cut you down!
Take this!
Bloody hell!
Sanctism will reign!
Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
My best.
Stroll!
Wasn't
Someone get him
enough.
back on his feet.
Can we not hit the man who's on a...
Live to see another
Justice
day.
prevail! I stand waiting.
Sanctism will reign!
Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Take this!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal her.
We have ice. We don't have ice.
Hold on. Are you prepared?
I have bot on him.
Bad.
I won't hold back!
Anyone get on healing duty.
With healing power!
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
I for all that we strive for!
That helped.
I owe you.
Sanctism will reign! Take this!
I have your back! This is nothing.
Brace yourselves!
Oh, nice, because I got her thing up.
Good, I'm done
Then
yet.
come forth, royal soul! Freeze!
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've
Picked it.
nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Oh, sweet girl.
That got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and chic. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Hulkenberg is just like...
Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden Workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one?
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Oh, to help you, Count Louise. Seems like I'm kissing ass. Just help it. We can't tell him about the prince. To become king. We want him to have. We want him to come to us, not have us come to him.
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but this is...
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So...
Oops.
Oh, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion.
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
Oh, poor doggy.
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Oh boy.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse,
Why don't you get yourself down, buddy?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem
Is
troubled.
there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Where'd you hear this from?
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Kumiro or some such.
This one's important.
Yeah, we can look over there. It might even give us a new archetype.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And good. We still won't be a little bit from this budget shaking. I do fair take offense to that. The fairy's good, what, you know? Carriage would never keep up this way. Some gratitude would be appreciated. I'm grateful it's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we avoid further hindrance like yesterday.
That?
I was supposed to meet with Bodon, right? I'm sure the sights would be distracting, but let's not keep men waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client, Barden, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates' gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
A nice evening. Yeah, I think we'll call it for the night.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural
You should have told me that.
of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you too.
Yeah, I was like, dig in. But it's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
That's the one thing you never do.
I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira. Here's where we are. It's your call.
There's a runner.
It's your call. Here's where we are now. All right. Here's where we...
There's a runner.
Let's... And there's a... Let's...
It's a camp.
Let's see. Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's end.
Please stop telling me these things are made out of worms.
As any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
It's like that trip to Africa all over again. Stop telling me what it's made out of.
From the roast? Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Leave the town first thing tomorrow. Please sleep, okay? Let's talk to the local news person. Who does not wish to give me news. Cool. Oh, I've only been playing for about 11 hours. But folks, that's going to be the end